I also think this is a message that somebody needs to meet you where you are in order to, like, if somebody is wanting to approach you with something, I think they need to understand that there's a level of honesty that needs to be set from the very, very beginning. And I feel like maybe somebody in the past used, I don't want to say, like somebody wants to show off. Like in the beginning, I feel like somebody just like says, like, look at me and all my accomplishments. Oh, look at all my stuff. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I feel like in the beginning, somebody is like turned off by that energy for some reason. I feel like the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups is like, with the Knight of Cups, this is somebody who is like early 20s. So this would be somebody who's like trying to show off and being like, well, I can do that. But I feel like it's based in lies though. Like somebody might start talking about things that they want to accomplish, but they're not accomplishing it. It could be like, I have plans to do this, 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 and this just in order to impress you, but I don't think that is true. I do feel like somebody just really wants attention on them. I feel like it's, again, that masculine, the Emperor in the beginning that kept coming up. I feel like the Emperor is trying to show off so that you will like admire them, because that's what they're really focused on, is like, I need my person to admire me for the things that I go off and do, even if it's not real or I don't really have any. It might be based off of a fantasy a little bit. I don't really know. Yeah, this would be somebody who's lying to you and be like, well, I've accomplished these things in order to impress you, but it's not real. Okay. Yeah, and I think from right on the beginning, you may have caught on to that. Like, I feel like somebody really wants, like, this is a masculine and this is a feminine, and this masculine's being like, look at all these things that I've done. And they want you to just be like, oh, wow, you're so cool and neat. But you're not like that. Like, you're just like, okay, cool. Well, good for you. You know, you're not getting down on your hands and knees and like, wow, we're not worthy. We're not worthy, from Wayne's World. We're not worthy. I think that's what somebody wants you to do after hearing about their accomplishments or what they're gonna do, is like somebody, wow, you're so cool. All right, this is it. Seven of Cups. Wow, we got the Death, Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. These all kind of just flew out onto the floor. All right, well, we have a Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. I feel like somebody is trying to create a happily ever after, like safety. This is like generational wealth, but I really just see this as safety and security in a relationship. And with the Death card here and the Two Eights, I feel like somebody knows that they can't accomplish it. I feel like somebody, and I feel like it is a masculine, but just take it how it resonates. I feel like somebody wants something very, very, very traditional. Very traditional with an untraditional woman. So it could be that this is upside down. That would be unconventional. Like, yeah, I want a trad wife, but I don't want her to be a trad wife. Sort of. Like trad wife, traditional wife, like somebody who just stays home, you know, takes care of homemaker. Somebody is a homemaker, but at the same time, they don't want a homemaker. And that's what I feel like that Death card is. Is like, I don't know if I can get what it is that I am searching for. But I feel like there might be coming a level of desperation from somebody here soon. So somebody in your world might be changing how they approach relationships, and it may be based off something that you say. This could even be one of your friends, or like your brother, or an uncle, or, you know, some sort of masculine around you. And I feel like, well, I don't want to say a brother and uncle, because I almost feel like this is somebody that is a soulmate of yours or is a romantic connection for you, but you're not into it. So you might announce why you're not into them, or you might kind of attack them for their energy if they are like me, like I need to be the center of attention, and you're like, I don't like that. You know, you might poke at that, and that might kind of change. I feel like that is kind of a change for them. And they might decide to walk away from what it is that you challenge them on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this as this. But what just popped up in my head is I do have a single male friend around me, and when he goes on dates, he gets really upset when women don't ask about his accomplishments. And I was kind of making a joke, and I was like, that's kind of the thing that women complain about men, is that they don't ask us questions, you know. It's usually they'll talk, we'll ask a question, they'll talk, and then you respond to what they say, and then so it's not that they're asking questions back, you're just responding to what they say, and you're hoping that they'll ask a question back to you. But I do feel like my guy friend feels like the prize. He's pretentious. He definitely thinks that he's the prize. So when he goes out on dates, he's like, why aren't you asking me about, you know, what I'm doing for a living? And to be fair, it is really cool what he does. I mean, it is a really cool thing to talk about, and I think that's kind of what he goes on dates for, is because he just wants women to think he's cool. Cool? All right. If you made it all the way through, you can go to my website to book a private reading with me. All right, this is Nikki Knows.